Hey guys, this is Mike the Wrestling Gunsmith, and you guys are watching All In Wrestling. This video is the day I actually want to know. There's two videos I'm gonna post because one is for the SmackDown review. I know I should have posted like yesterday, but I've really been thinking about that too. But I really want to talk about AEW and kind of the tag team situation right now because I thought about this what Stephen Larson has been saying with with FTR. And here's the thing, I love those guys, but I want them to lose the titles at some point. Because here's the thing, I don't like that they have the belts. I'm glad that they did, and I'm glad they had that awesome match with the Guns. But ever since the Guns got defeated by them, and it's like, I don't even know where the Acclaim is. And I'm like, bro, they were good with the belts because the Acclaim were just super over. They were the most over tag team, and I'm like, I'm hoping this year they get more people to have more tag team belts because they're Collision guys now. And that's like they kind of got the belts on Dynamite, but then again, I'm like, what are they gonna do with them? I mean, pretty much the Guns are gonna be with Bullet Club, and I mean, if Switchblade and Juice actually get them, they're gonna have to fight them and get through Colton and Austin to Colton and Austin to get through them to get to the titles again, which wouldn't be bad because then I don't know if the Acclaim are trying to go to the trios route because I haven't really seen Alice. I haven't really seen Malachi Black. I haven't really seen. I know I've seen like Buddy Matthews, but Malachi Black. I think I'm gonna see him at some point. I just don't know when really. Because I really don't know when I'm gonna see him. And then the sad part is like if I want, like, I really feel like at this point, they're probably going to do something at some point where it's this big thing. Because I also want to talk about tonight's collision, which tonight's collision was good. Because you know what? But like I said, I'm actually gonna change my thing to I'm gonna make a collision review because collision is really doing good for the second episode. I know I should have made a video about it before, but I didn't. But going into like Forbidden Door, like, because you know what, Tanahashi beating Swerve was a fantastic match. I think they had a really fantastic go. I really feel like Swerve is getting his weight up in some way. I really like that everybody that was on AEW that's not really kind of going anywhere at this point are getting another shot on Collision because I think Collision takes care of the extra stress. And the fact that we're getting it on Saturdays, which is really good for me because I get to see wrestling on a Saturday. And I get to see wrestling Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, which is cool with me because that's really perfect for a pay-per-view type schedule because since they're doing a pay-per-view tomorrow and then pretty much doing the buy-in tomorrow and everything's kind of coming in. Because here's my thing, is that Swerve beating Tanahashi was not going to happen because Tanahashi was going to go over. I already kind of seen it because Tanahashi is the ace of New Japan, and the ace of New Japan has to beat MJF, but I don't really think he's going to beat him for the title. I just don't think it. Because the thing about MJF is he's great at being on the mic, and I said this a couple of times in my AEW reviews. He's great on being on the mic. He's great in the ring because I like his performance in the ring. I don't hate MJF. Everybody kind of hates him. I kind of don't. I kind of like who he is, like outside the wrestling, like outside the character that he is, because the joke is this dude is actually that talented to go to WWE, and I don't even know if Vince is going to be able to stop him. Because he's going to elevate himself. He's going to make himself that must-see caliber guy. Because the thing is, here's the thing. You got a guy who's, the top champion right now, and the thing is, the top champions of AEW, the pillars, the real top champions of AEW has been Kenny Omega, Jon Moxley, Bryan Danielson, and CM Punk. And then I'm thinking to myself with CM Punk is he's been doing really good with FTR. And I think the fact that he is going to have another battle with MJF, like Maxwell Jacob Friedman, I think he's going to have another battle with him at some point. But the problem is we need him to turn heel. We need him to turn heel, and we need FTR to do the same thing. Because that'll make them uber likable. That'll make the Acclaim. That'll make the tag team division want to go after them. And then it's you kind of have with the House of Black is Brody King, and here's the thing: the Andrade match against Brody King was good because Brody would have won. Alistair was going. Andrade was going to win with the figure four because he's been doing really good with that. and I think he's been training with Charlotte a lot, and I think that's how he's really mastering it. Because the fact that he made Buddy Matthews tap is crazy. Because I thought he would have did the hammerlock DDT, but I kind of like him having the figure four laylock as like another special, like another signature thing that he can do. And then I'm thinking to myself, is like, what I'm thinking is like, they still have a lot to learn. Sorry, guys. They still have a lot to learn. Because now it's like, I love that Powerhouse Hobbs is kind of going against dudes, but then he's going to be a monster anyway. And then the thing is, like, I really love this show. I think it was a really good segment we've been getting. I really like the fact that we're kind of getting the Bullet Club in, like, a different way with Jay White. And then it's like, I really kind of want to see what, like, Chris Jericho and Sammy are going to do. Because I feel like Sammy's going to be like, you know, Chris, you know what? Sammy's right. I mean, Darby's right. I'm actually doing good. And the fact that we got Naito is even better because I'm glad that Naito is actually going to be in the 6-man tag thing. I just want to know because, like I said, I can't wait for Okada versus Danielson. I really can't because I feel, in that opinion, that's going to be match of the night with Omega and Ospreay, and then Orange Cassidy against like Daniel Garcia, literally Daniel Garcia, Shibata, and Jack Sabre Jr., which is ZJS, man. I mean, ZSJ. Like, I really believe Zack Sabre Jr. is not taking that belt off of him. And the fact that he's going against Zack Sabre Jr. is crazy to me, but I like the idea. I like the 4-way. And this is the thing. I really want to see a match between Okada and Bryan Danielson because I want to know. He's the second best technical wrestler out there, but I want to know Okada going nuts. I want to know. Excuse me. I want to know Okada going nuts and insane because, to me, Okada being the guy that he is and kind of going at his level, and then it's like, well, you kind of have a thought process of like, I want to know if he can do it. I want to know in my mind tomorrow how's it going to be, because like tonight was just like the appetizer, and I feel like it was a really, like, I think it was like a B show. I think it was really a good show. It kind of gave FTR and Punk like, I'm mad they kind of lost, but I'm not mad at the outcome or the finish, because here's the thing. Jay White's been itching to fight Punk, and Punk's been itching to fight Jay and the rest of them, and I'm like, in the back of my mind, I really want to sit down and really think about it, because like, now you kind of have the Guns involved in this, and it's going to make for a really great storyline in my head. I just want to know what's the difference of it, because the thing is, like, I kind of get it now where there's this kind of like, not this big bad thing or this big bad air type of situation. I'm just sitting here really kind of taking a minute and thinking about it, because now you kind of got Jay White, you got the Guns, you kind of got them. You have them in a feud with Punk, which actually makes a lot of sense to have. Then you got Ricky kind of in a feud, still in a feud with like with Juice, because him and Ricky are not done. Him and Switchblade are not done. And now the Guns are part of the Bullet Club Gold thing. I think there's going to be a lot more people coming to be a part of Bullet Club Gold, because in my back of my mind, it's the same thing with Don Callis and the BCC, because it's like, I really feel like it's going to happen. Because now you have, like, here's the thing. And this is the thing I thought about, too, like, with the Don Callis thing. And this is what I'm thinking about with Collision. Because now you got guys who are trying to be a threat now. Now you got Luchasaurus, who kind of basically has a TNT title. But Christian is trying to claim that victory, which I'm hoping Christian gets his chance to do something with himself. But then again, I don't. Because the thing is, like, Wardlow's going to go after that title. Somebody's going to take the title from Luchasaurus, and it's going to be another guy that isn't Wardlow, that isn't QT Marshall. Because QT Marshall is a cornball. His QTV thing was a cornball. The fact that he got Hobbs involved, and Hobbs, I love Will Hobbs, but I want more from him. I want to see him win the tournament, but then I don't. I'd rather Roderick Strong do it, because Roderick Strong wins the tournament. He's on a different level. He's in Ring of Honor right now. And the guy's, like, literally showing people what he can do. It's kind of the same thing with, like, it's kind of the same thing with Shibata being in Ring of Honor, because like the thing is too, like Shibata being in a 4-way match with Daniel Garcia, and I feel like he's gonna want the pure championship. And the thing is, like, even when all this that happened, and like I got to see Sting and Chris Jericho, like to see them in a match is not weird to me, because like I've seen Chris Jericho in like '97 with like WCW, and then WWE when he came in '99, like he came here 2 years after, and I'm like, the guy's a megastar in his own way. A lot of guys are trying to be the next Chris Jericho or be like Chris Jericho, where they have the status of like, dude, he on his wrestling resume, this guy has done it. This guy has done everything. He's done it. He's made money. He's made money all over the globe. He's been in Japan a multitude of times. And this is what I'm saying. And then you got, like I said before, now you got Will Ospreay, who's a guy that's going after Kenny. And then you got the Elite and the Blackpool Combat Club feuding, which I think is the best storyline to date next to the Bloodline in WWE. Because, like I said, guys, like, I really feel, I don't even know who's going to win this one, because, like, here's the thing with the Blackpool Combat Club. Now that they got Takeshita, and Takeshita's gonna rip. This dude's like a bot. He's like the enforcer for them. You got Claudio, you got him, you got Willa Yuta, who's a dynamite in his own way, because he's been learning from Bryan Danielson. And I'm glad they took him, like when he wasn't gonna be good with Best Friends. And Best Friends can say that, like, oh, we gave him a shot, we gave him a chance. How is he gonna be a champion if they kept losing? And that's the thing with Orange Cassidy. The dude, without Best Friends, he's been able to go on his own. And Best Friends, which I don't hate Chuck Taylor and Trent Beretta, I don't hate those guys. I really believe in the back of my mind they could have been champion. They just weren't. That's the back of my mind saying it. Because with everybody, and this is what I'm saying with Collision, now we have more storyline. Now that Miro is back, he's going to be a champion guy again. Because he's going to want to, and I know what title he wants. He's not going to want the TNT title. He's going to want the Intercontinental, the AEW International belt. Because the Orange Cassidy has been carrying that belt. Like, it's like, he doesn't stop, bro. If he goes through the 4-way and Miro beats the crap out of him for that belt, it's going to be a massive pop for the dude, because he's not that bad of a guy. But the problem is he's got to be on Wednesday, but he likes being on Collision. He'll probably end up, because like even when he made his promo, he's like, you know what, I prayed to my God and he was useless. My God blessed me with my strength and my lovely wife, but now I'm godless. Now he's unhinged. Now this is Miro unhinged. This is the guy I like Miro. I wanted to see Miro unhinged when he was with Kip Sabian. I wanted to see that dude ditch Kip Sabian, because Kip Sabian hasn't really become relevant. Like, he's not really relevant. And it's sad that he's not. And then it's like you got Zack Sabre Jr., who does amazing work on New Japan. And then it's like with the Bullet Club thing, which I kind of want to see Bullet Club War come around, but I don't think they're going to come to AEW unless Jay White gets involved. And that's the thing with Finlay, is that I don't really see Finlay. I like El Phantasmo. I really do. I love El Phantasmo. I love my New Japan guys. Like, I know Naito. I love Chaos. I love United Empire. I like how they work together. I like even Aussie Open with, like, Fletcher. I like him. But I want to see more United Empire guys. I want to see them go to war with the Elite and the Blackpool Combat Club, because if they can go to war, I want to see if they can do it. I want to see another match with, like, Zack Sabre Jr., because I know so much about Zack Sabre Jr., and I'm like, bro, he could be that guy. I want him to be that guy. I want him to go in getting ready to fight, like, Orange Cassidy, because the fact that, like, if Orange Cassidy beats Zack Sabre Jr., it's like, yo, you didn't beat one guy, you beat the best 4 competitors they threw in New Japan. And Shibata, like, you beat him. You beat Tetsuya Shibata, like, you beat Shibata. You beat the Ring of Honor pure champion. Like, you beat him. And the thing is, nobody can stop Orange Cassidy. Dude's on a roll. And this is what I'm saying with Collision. It was a great show, because now we got more storylines. Now we're getting big storylines with Willow Nightingale and Nyla, which I thought was a fantastic match. Because it was strength against strength, but Willow just pulls it out. And she's always been her and Sky Blue are on a tear. I want to see them as women. I want to see them beat the Outcasts. Like, that's what I want to see. I want the Outcasts to keep coming on Saturdays. I want to see more of that. I want to see them go after each other. I want to see them beat the Outcasts. I want to see them beat Ruby and Saraya and Tony. I want Tony to lose her title. I want her to lose that AEW Women's Championship because Thunder Rosa should be getting that belt back. She was the one who lost it. She never lost. She got injured, bro. And that's the thing. She could have got that belt and she had to vacate it. And Tony's only the champion because of that situation. Because I'm like, bro, if Thunder Rosa decides to come back, which I think she is, and I want her to beat Tony. I want Chris Statlander to keep having the TBS championship and winning against people and winning against her opponents because she's good. The problem with Taya Valkyrie is that I want to see Taya win, but just not now. Maybe an all-in. Maybe an all-out in September. Maybe at Full Gear. I would want to see that happen. Because they need to build a story around her and Chris Statlander first. We haven't seen Jade. And I love Jade Cargill. I do. Because she was the most dominant TBS champion. But Chris Statlander beating Jade Cargill to me wasn't wild. Like Athena being there. And Billy Starks is not going to be wild. Which I want to see the buy-in. Because I'm going to see the buy-in. I'm going to see the pay-per-view itself too. And like I said, guys, but I'm going to like, comment, subscribe. Peace, guys. Because I want to see.